If you're a coach, trainer, speaker, author, this is where we multiply your income and your impact. If that resonates, let's go. Over 70% of coaches report having difficulty maintaining a stable income with an average income, according to the International Coaching Federation, I don't believe it, of $60,000-ish, like $62K. There's no way that's even true, because in my coaching school 21 years ago, the people who graduated, 95% of them aren't even in coaching. So most people who become coaches do not survive to even declare themselves a coach. And out of those people who make it, it's 62,000. So under the world, according to me, Sean Callagy, I think the average income for a coach sits somewhere around 15K. That's my rough approximation from my 22 years as a certified coach. Now, you've dedicated your life, at least a part of it, your heart, your mission, your soul, to helping and supporting people. Coaches, trainers, speakers, authors, you care about people. You love people. You want people to be successful, to be free, to have a higher degree of consciousness. I know you. So many amazing humans in the coaching, training, speaking, authoring space are so passionate about what they're doing, their mission, their unique distinction of unlocking people's heart and consciousness and freedom and vibration. And yet, they profoundly struggle in the business of serving people. And as time progresses, they become more and more and more and more disenfranchised, sad, hopeless about ever achieving that massive level of impact that somewhere inside of them, maybe inside of you, you know is possible. They're a hamster wheel struggling to fill programs, refill, losing clients, burning out, exhausted, wearing every hat inside the business as a coach, a trainer, a speaker, an author. In fact, 60% of speakers and trainers say that frequent travel negatively impacts their family life, and they're making less than $70,000 a year, impacting people, serving people, traveling all over the place. This isn't what it looked like on the vision board. In the heart and the soul, it didn't look like this. It didn't look like struggle, exhaustion. I'm going to say something that's heavily debated. And Napoleon Hill Foundation, forgive me for saying the fact, you debate it, I get it. But there's some people that say Napoleon Hill of Think and Grow Rich, even he died with nothing. Seriously, have you heard that? There's folks that said that Napoleon Hill got divorced. In the end, it didn't have anything and died penniless. Again, could be a myth. I'm not sure. I didn't research it directly, but I've read lots of things online. Who knows what is true or untrue? I know Napoleon Hill Foundation debates it. But I'm just telling you what's out there. And two of those are coaching, training businesses. In late 2002 to 2006, I built a multi-million-dollar coaching and training company, the most successful of my IPEC coaching school. In fact, the founder of IPEC asked me to be a 50-50 partner because he couldn't believe what I was doing with the Unblinded Formula. I then called it the Callagy Results Formula, to rapidly build, grow, scale my coaching business from $0 to $40,000 in the first 3 months into $100,000 a month by the end of my first year. How come I'm such an outlier? It's not because I was born such a genius or with such great charisma, because there's a formula and a science that's controlling the growth and acceleration of your coaching, training, speaking, authoring, business, and mission. If you don't know what it is, there's no ability you'll have to make anything different than what all of these folks in these studies I'm talking about are experiencing. And maybe a couple of the most profound things I've been blessed to do. Imagine having Tony's wife say, could you raise the money for Tony's 60th birthday amongst the Platinum Partners, and hoping to raise $500,000 and having the ability to present your hero, your mentor, Tony Robbins, in this video, a check for $1.7 million. I had the blessing and privilege of raising and contributing $115,000 personally of the $1.7 million. And finally, I had the blessing and privilege of raising $10 million for charity in the past 2 years. I randomly and anonymously at times give to people who never know it's me. And at other times I'm on stages where, like Chris Crohn's, a YouTube influencer with 3 million plus followers on social media, I raised an amount of money that may seem unbelievable, with his most ever for fundraising for charity at $14,000, had the blessing and privilege of raising $2.6 million. And we went to the Ukraine, had missiles fly overhead as we delivered supplies, met with refugees, people supporting refugees, orphanages. It's an extraordinary life. And it's available for you, because if I can do it, I was born in Jersey City, New Jersey. My mom pushed a hot dog cart when I was a baby. I had no idea how to do any of this. But then I created this formula. I discovered it, the truth of it. And it's available not only for you to learn, but to master and actualize, so you can create the money, the time, freedom, the magic, and impact as a coach, a trainer, and speaker, an author that you desire. And so through the Unblinded Formula, we've helped countless coaches, trainers, speakers, authors. I mean, Jack Canfield purchased our program, Chicken Soup for the Soul. Tony Robbins, with his hand on my heart, his hand on his own heart, said no one leads with more integrity and heart than Sean Callagy. If you don't know what he's up to, you need to. And in that room, with the greatest humility I could ever possibly, and gratitude, share, he called me his coach. Now, I don't coach Tony Robbins directly, but what he was saying to the group is just things that even the amazing Tony has learned from me. I could never pay him in 100 lifetimes for everything he's brought to my life. He's called me his dear friend from stage. Gratitude. But we've caused these things with these people and these levels of influence, shattering sales records from his stage. And if we could do that for him, what could we do for you? Go, well, I'm just little old me. We've also worked with people to launch them into the coaching and training space, to accelerate them in the coaching and training space. It is infinitely available for you. What if you could consistently fill programs, retain clients, partner with clients, and not sacrifice your joy, your time, freedom, the impact you want to create in the world, that you exponentially expand it all, that even the coaching, training, authoring space, you can begin to create duplication, impact, service, and have so much fun doing it. And we're talking about sales. Fernando, what? Let's go, bro. This is not, like, listen, this is not a test. This is not a test, yes. Not stage. But Fernando came in, he's like, oh my God, Charlene, like, let's go.
Let's go, Charlene.
Right? This just happened.
Just now.
Because it's fun.
That's what it is.
And Charlene, how fired up was she to come into the Unblinded space?
Yes.
Begin to serve, coach, train, support, doctors, physicians, medical revenue, on fire.
Absolutely. Yes. Out of her mind. Her family's been in it. She's been looking for a way to go back into the medical industry. She's like, I'm already acting as if I was on the team. It's Tuesday. She was already making things happen on Monday.
And Fernando has no idea the video we're making.
No clue.
What this is all about.
No idea.
Is do we have a lot of fun?
Yes.
It's challenging.
A little bit.
At times.
Yes.
But it's crazy available for coaches, trainers, speakers, authors to exponentially grow what they're doing and have fun. And how lost are coaches, trainers, speakers, and authors? How would you even, and this is not being disrespectful now, this is just truth.
Yes.
How lost are the coaches, trainers, speakers, authors that we talk to every day, all day?
Yeah, imagine if this dude said, hey, come into the room, said absolutely nothing, then pulled you into this video. How would you react in this moment? The answer is that's how lost they are, because most of them would freeze, have no idea what to do, be stuck and frozen. But no, I got a formula, I know what to do. I do this all the time.
And how they do in exponentially growing sales meetings, how much they want to collaborate.
They're not.
They want to make another program.
All they do is collaborate.
Yes.
All they care about is like their website, their landing page, their business card. None of those things matter.
Yeah.
It won't predictably create more salesman experience.
And they want to talk about their next talk and the keynote speech.
Absolutely.
Pete Vargas, love you, but come on, dude. Right? All those things. Like, it's just a mess.
Yeah, absolutely.
A mess.
A mess.
Do we have an answer for them?
We do. It's called Unblinded, the formula, this work. And whatever we're presenting on this video, do it. I promise. Only if you want more money, time, and magic. Only if you want to grow in your self-influence and process mastery. Only if you want to stop wasting your time, money, and energy doing all the things you've been doing to actually get here and watch this video.
Red leather jacket, long hair, thrown off of Tony Robbins' stage.
Literally booted.
Yeah. Now, that's how I met the dude.
You did.
Right? We got big heart.
Yes.
That's where we were. Right?
Come a long way.
He's won the Beacon Awards. He's actually gotten higher scores than Dr. Oz. What's up in the Zenith Mastermind? Dr. Oz, come to see FJB again. All these things. And he's also coaching and training people who are top lawyers, like the president of the board of University Hospital. He's working with Andrew Catanios, taking 200 companies public. He's working with other extraordinary humans, including having supported Winston Churchill III. Yeah, Winston Churchill's grandson speaking in front of the United Nations. I think you coached and trained 2 people who spoke to the United Nations in the last 2 months. True?
Yeah, Larry from the Illinois Chamber of Commerce and Dr. Pano Churchill, who Dr. Pano Churchill got a standing ovation, and from all 196 countries at the United Nations. It was just an absolute privilege.
Let's go get it. If you want this, we're here. And I'm laughing because I'm blind, so there's like different lines I'm saying, in the video script. And this line is, and you might be thinking, I've been doing this for years, and I have all these clients, it's all been working for me. I don't think that's true for you. I don't think I know more than 10 coaches and trainers that actually have a business where they're really happy with the current state of the business, economically, client volume, type of client. I know less than 10 people like that. I know 1,000+ coaches. So maybe that's you, but I don't think so. And the other thing I've discovered in the space of coaches, trainers, speakers, and authors, respectfully and humbly, is massive ego. Unbelievable knowingness. Like, do you know who I know? Do you know who I've stood with? Okay, great. What's your revenue? Well, I'm not all about the money. Okay, what are you all about? Well, I'm all about impact. Great. How many people are you speaking in front of consistently? Well, so what's the outcome? And can we just be honest? The space of coaching, training, speakering, and authoring is broken. Horrifically so. The International Coaching Federation, mad respect for the group and what they look to do. But at the same time, I don't even believe the numbers are even close to correct. $62,000 is crazy horrific for starters. And I think that's out of people, again, who self-report as coaches. Can we actually live what we teach? We coach on, we train on, we consult on. Can we have a growth mindset, an open heart like Dr. Dweck talks about at Stanford? I have never encountered more fixed mindsets, and we work with everyone. Lawyers, accountants, financial service providers, exponentially more growth-minded than coaches, trainers, speakers, authors. 22 years of relating to these fine folks. In fact, I swore 2 decades ago I would never work with coaches, trainers, speakers, and authors again. And I get that most of the coaching industry is selling coaching and training consulting to coaches, trainers, speakers, and authors. I want help. I make a ton of money doing other things much more easily. Coaches, trainers, speakers, and authors are the biggest headache in the world. If you are ready to have an open heart and a growth mindset, then this is for you. Or stay where you are and keep listening to digital marketers sell you a bill of goods, or the ghostwriter who tells you that writing a book is going to be the answer, or the networking events where you try to pick up a client and they last for 2 months and 3 months. If you want something extraordinarily different, I know your heart does, your soul does. It's right here, but you have to leave your comfort zone just a little bit. Imagine consistently filling your programs with eager, high-paying clients that renew. We just did our renewal on our top program, a $100,000 program. We had a 90% plus renewal rate. We have clients that have been in our work for 5 years and 4 years and 3 years. Our retention numbers are unprecedented under the ICF numbers. We're not a marketing churn and burn. We have people come here and they stay here. They see it as the final stop and they've been everywhere. Everywhere, in every name you would know. And this is their final stop. So picture having clients, abundantly more revenues, consistently growing, and in time, not in the beginning. In the beginning, it's more work, no doubt about it. Of course, you got to change some things, but getting to a place of freedom, of choice, to have the coaching, training, speaking, authoring, business, and mission that's on your heart and soul serve your financial abundance, your time freedom, and the impact you desire philanthropically and just for doing good in the world overall actually come to pass. the fulfillment of your ultimate mission, vision, purpose with love, integrity, and true mastery. Allison Armstrong, one of the most respected people in the space of relationship coaching and teaching. Tony Robbins' relationship content, according to me, according to some others, is substantially based on Allison's work. She spoke on a stage a couple years ago, and we met Allison. She had 62 sales meetings for the year. Nothing wrong with that, just facts. In one night, we had 450 plus people opt in for sales meetings with her, and approximately 225 scheduled them, with all the rest to still be followed up with for scheduling purposes. This was put out months in advance for people to be able to talk to her small sales team. If you want that, it's right here. Now listen, there's often a huge gap between where your speaking, coaching, training, business mission actually is versus the vision you have. Like, I want to impact 1 billion people, 1 million people, 10,000 people. I want to end homelessness, or at least in my community, all these beautiful things. The question is, how do you close that gap? What's the formula? Before we get to that, how unacceptable or not would it be if it's your last day on earth? You have the blessing and privilege of knowing it is, and that gap hasn't shrunk. It's staying this way. Acceptable, not acceptable, what would that look like and mean for you? And if it's unacceptable for you, what's the solution? Ghostwrite a book? Join a BNI group? Randomly network? I'm not putting these things down. They're just like smoke signals compared to the iPhone of the Unblinded Formula. Don't let what you know and the malpractice of digital marketers, other coaches, trainers, speakers, and authors who don't have what we're talking about either hold you back from the possibility of the financial abundance, the time freedom, the impact of scaling the team, all the mission that you want to achieve. And if this is you, and you could hold a pinprick of light and possibility, click the link, fill out the form, and join us at our next live event where you'll meet accountants, attorneys, financial service providers, doctors, impact players, social media influencers, extraordinary human beings who are actualizing the things that we're talking about. And so will you. My name is Sean Callagy, and this, for coaches, trainers, speakers, authors, is a unique privilege and blessing because we're kindred spirits. It's why I do what I do. And almost 3 decades ago, I saw the possibility of helping and supporting people in a capitalist structure to create the financial abundance, the time freedom, the impact they want in their heart and soul. And our mission in Unblinded is to close that gap with and for youth.